Now then, welcome back to another episode on the Hypermine Infinity Evolved server. Today, I'm looking for diamonds. Have you seen any anywhere? I can't see any diamonds anywhere. I really need some more diamonds. No, seriously. I really need some diamonds. Seriously. I started sorting out the base over here, the mining HQ, and I've got all sorts of elements in place and still got plenty more to do. Okay, so we've been over the sorting out of the junk that just needs storing so it doesn't clog up the AE system. Then we've got all the things that get redistributed, and at the moment with the tree farm, that is saplings getting redistributed and charcoal getting redistributed. And I've set up the system over here so it's all nice and neat and tidy, and just the way I like it. Behind here, it's all just a load of cables and things all plugged in all over the place. But from the other side, it's all nice and neat, and I can see exactly where I want things. I've added the rubber tree plant to the farm. So I've got one of the chunks doing rubber tree plants, and it's all working exactly the same as the oak, but I'm using rubber saplings instead from the chest. It's all working exactly the same as showed you last episode. But I've got the rubber now coming in as an available thing. I've actually put it to delete excess. So I've got 128 stacks of rubber and deleting all the excess that comes in. The oak wood is maintaining its hold at the moment. I've still got a few issues though. This setup over here is literally just for the now, just for quickness. All the oak wood, not the oak wood, the rubber wood is going into here, and that is going straight into an extractor. The extractor is making rubber, and the rubber is getting put into there. And I've got a nice little furnace which is just receiving charcoal from the charcoal ender chest, and also keeping a bat box powered. Why I'm getting redstone in there, I don't know, but this is just so I can quickly recharge my backpack and any other IC2 machinery bits and pieces that I want to have personal equipment wise. I'll meet a bit later on, and you can go in there. But that is not staying there. That's just like a temporary home for it until I've got something else to extract and distribute. That's the distribution section. So we've got bulk storage, sorting, and then distribution of things, which will happen on this side as well eventually when I've got some things to distribute. There's bits and pieces that we get, such as redstone and Certis quartz, which I need to distribute right away to the Silicon Valley. And some excess stock of the redstone will end up coming around here along with all the ores and everything else into this chest over here and get processed, sorted out, turned into ingots and usable materials. The usable materials will get put into here, and also any other stock that has got through the system that hasn't got a home so far will come through to here and then get transported up and over and into its final chest, which will be an AE storage area. At the moment, I've got an AE storage area, which is basically an amalgamation of all of my little machines and bits and pieces that I've had made so far, but don't really have a home, just to be able to do all the things that we've been going through this series so far, including making snowballs and all that. I've got a little water source just underneath there that's bringing water up into it. I've got the ability to do the resident ender to make my tesseracts, and the ability to put the redstone into there to... well, I've got a magma crucible that puts redstone one direction and going to put ender pearls the other direction. I've got the pulverizer, a furnace, and an induction smelter, all set up with no outputs. It's all just for manual crafting, and I've got my access terminal for manual crafting in here as well. I've even got a nice little auto crafter for those silly recipes that I don't particularly like doing very often. They're kind like the Endurium blend, where you've got to keep putting a bucket in every time. I can just throw the buckets in here and it'll auto-craft it. The Tesseract frame, I don't really need that, but I don't really need that in there, but I'll put it in there anyway. So, I'm going to go and get some diamonds today. So, what have we got? I've got the ability to make a couple of these already. So, I'm going to make 1, 2. And that's it. That's all my diamonds gone. They're the last of my diamonds, making the last 2 Tesseracts. Because all the Tesseracts I've made so far have got useful places and have uses, so I can't use them anymore. And that's what I did with this, just made some Enderium blend and sorted all that out. But now I need to fill these Tesseracts to get them ready and rocking and rolling for that. Leave that on for now. And the other thing that we're going to do is take a quarry. Well, actually, we're taking 2 quarries, but I only actually use 1 because I've only got 2 Tesseracts. Well, actually, I could use 2. I might actually put 2 quarries down. And I think we'll go to the Deep Dark today to go and get that because, well, it's amazing. And it's full of things, awesome things. Lots and lots of awesome things. One more thing that I've set up, right? I've set up this ender pouch linked to a magenta of my type, of my chest, should I say, my private chest, because it's got the diamond on it. And that is where I'm putting all of my goodies, my goodie bags and things. So an ender pouch is very simple to make. And that means that I can just attach an ender pouch to this ender chest and have kind of a access to this goodie bags everywhere. Like, I could store all sorts of valuables in there, and if I die, all I'm losing is what you can see on me. And that's a few things that I don't want to lose. But the longfall boots and the jetpack and that, all replaceable. But if I lose everything, then it's much more difficult. So all the things in these bags that I've got, like, all of these pipes and bits and pieces that I'm using as and when I need to rig something up, are all in its own little bag. And I would be completely annihilated if I dropped into lava and lost everything. There are gravestones, so I'm not going to lose everything, but it's just nice to keep yourself sorted out, isn't it? Just so you're good. Now the Tesseract. Let's make a Tesseract there. Thank you. I forgot what it takes. No, I need some more bronze. So, bronze. And I've got what I need there. That. And that. There we go. And now ping. Make it. And make it. Okay, there we go. Alright, so now just so that I can't lose the Tesseracts on the way, there we go. Off. We're done. Everything else in here is pretty much the same. The farm is still doing the same. The reactor is still doing the same. I've now to the point where I can literally just not worry about it ever again. I will mess with it. I will tinker with it. But everything's processing here. This is going to keep everything running in the power station itself. And the tree farm and everything's all running all by itself, really. So next up, I need to get some more materials coming in so I can see what's coming through to be processed. Most of the basic ores obviously just need pulverizing and then cooking. So a pulverizer and a furnace setup, a resonant pulverizer and a resonant furnace could do just about everything I need in that little space over there and ship out all the ingots. But there are a few bits and pieces that I'd like to do slightly differently. But anyway, let's head on over to the library. Now the library is currently infested with patrol droids from the portal mod. Sentry turrets. Sentry turret here and a sentry turret there. I think Ballantyne must have made that one. Beware of turrets, heart.
That's all I can say.
Yeah, thank you, turrets. The portal mod has many interesting, cool things, and these sentry turrets are one of them. They're quite useful for killing mobs off and getting rid of things and patrolling your base and stuff. But they can also hurt players if you really want to set them up that way. But we don't. But anyway, here's the library. I think Tio Lone Wolf did all of this setting up of in here. And now everybody's got like their own little bases and things. Not sure where that goes. I don't want to go there. I'm going to go into the Deep Dark today. And all of these bases are, players on the server who have got regular stuff going on. including going back to Spawn Town. I don't know if I've shown you this before. Going to the end to get your supply of ender pearls. Lone Wolf, who built the place in the first place. Dolan, who has decided to put in some high-tech teleporter from RF Tools instead of just having a Mistcraft book like everyone else. Tick, there you go. And Lapis. I haven't been over to see what Lapis is doing. There's not many of these that I actually get to see what their bases look like.
That was fun, wasn't it?
He's a guest. Croyd is a guest, and I don't think I've seen any videos.
Gave it everything I could.
Civic
Yeah, there's more
Dudes
than that.
just started doing episodes.
Alright, check this out.
Alright, check this out. Soapy's doing episodes. Valentine's doing episodes. Zaid is... I think he's done a few episodes. And... Lone Wolf is just the server admin. He's just basically raced through the mod pack and he's not doing episodes. Dolan is raced through the mod pack, kind of in competition with Lone Wolf it seems, but not doing any videos. Even though he's got a channel, go and check him out. And Tick has not been doing videos either. So, and Lapis has been live streaming most of her playtime on here. So I've not seen all these bases yet. We might get to go round them every now and again. Also, we've got Benito, which we will be seeing in an episode coming very soon, and Ector, who also makes videos. Both of these make videos as well, so you can check them out. Check the link in the description to go to the Reddit page, and any of those names that you've just seen that you fancy go and have a look at, check out their channels. But right now, though, I'm going to the Deep Dark. Alrighty. So this is my first time spawned in the Deep Dark on this server. I haven't been on here before. We've got a portal back to the library. We've also got this portal to the Deep Dark, which takes you back to the library in exactly the same way. I guess exactly the same way. I thought it was exactly the same way anyway. And they've started digging down here. It's very light, at least. So there's a thing. And the Deep Dark is indeed deep and dark. And the darkness actually slays you and hurts you. Ah, they got blood light here. I see what they've done. Somebody's gone into the blood magic and done blood lights. That's cool. So they're little sparkly lights everywhere. What I'm planning on doing is digging out an area for diamonds. But on the surface, there's not really a lot going on, is there? On the surface, there's not a lot going on other than mob spawning. There are some cool places. Looks like someone's quarried over there. There are some cool places, some actual buildings that are around, which are interesting. But I figured that I would go a bit further afield. Now, the problem with that, of course, is that the darkness can kill me. So I need to make sure that I don't get caught out. Also, not only that, but also, there's lots of mobs down there. So I don't really know which direction. I've got nothing on my map at the minute other than this open area that I can see in front of me. I'm kind of thinking of going a different direction altogether because somebody's already started quarrying these areas. There's sometimes really cool temple buildings as well. And there's all these stalactites and stalagmites. There's stalactites if they're falling down and stalagmites if they're going up. Because it takes a mite to push up. I think that's it. But we can fly as well, so maybe I should just get to flying and floating around a bit. Get this on the go. There we go. And that should keep me going for a little bit and see where we're going to head off. What's this over here that someone started doing? It's a load of bedrock. It's a load of bedrock with a chest on the top. Now, I'm guessing that this used to be some kind of building with bedrock bits in. And a chest of a bit of loot on the top. I might have been better off going and trying to find a portal to the Twilight Forest, really. Wait! I did not see that I got him. Dang it. Well, at least all my stuff is in my ender chest. And, yeah, I put my bed up here. But at least all my good stuff survived in here, you see? So there we go. That's a good start, isn't it? Alright, well, go and grab all my stuff. I need to make a new pick. And I need to figure out where I'm going to go in the world to try and sort out a decent quarry in the deep dark. Okay, well, the way out is over there, 500 meters away. I passed a load of area in between, all of this area in between, look, where it's mostly dirt, which means somebody's been doing lots of ender quarrying all the way through all of this. All these areas have been ender quarries out. So I've carried on flying across to this area over here, and I found one of these like deep dark temples. Let's have a quick look around it so you can see. They are pretty intense inside, but they don't have a hell of a lot of great loot. They're not amazing on the loot front, but they do look cool. And to see them in these deep dark places is pretty cool as well. Having them around is pretty awesome. And what I'm going to do, instead of going out there and trying to find an area, build up a little fortification, and then light up around the edges so that I can start working on a quarry, I'm going to quarry this thing out. That's my plan. So, I only have a stack, 36 cobblestone on me. So what I intend on doing is building out from here in a diagonal-ish until I get over the right corner, hopefully, and keep it well lit. Try and get out to the right point, and then start placing my quarry markers and mark it all up so that I can quarry out the whole thing. This looks like I'm one over from it. That's good. And here, maybe. I want to just take the whole fortress area away with me. One more this way then. That looks like I might get it all that way. And it looks like I'm going to get it all that way as well. Okay, so open my little bag of tricks and hope that nothing shoots me off in the meantime, because I do not want to die. I might as well put my sleeping bag away. I'm not going to need that for a while, am I? Put that back very quickly as well. It was quite a difficult thing, was setting up the... getting to the point where I could get my stuff back was quite a difficult task. Quite a difficult task indeed. I did not enjoy it at all. I could have pretended... Oh, man. Give me... No, I get the torch back, but not the block. I want the blocks as well, dang it. I suppose it doesn't really matter. If I take these ones, then they're going to fall down onto the outskirts, and I'll be able to pick them back up again. I suppose that's a thing. Hey, creeps. How you doing down there? I've only got a standard bow, but I'm going to take it out, because I don't want you blowing me up anytime soon. Man, come on, die. I'm so used to killing them in one shot. There we go. Down it goes. Alright, so... Oh, what was that? Just knocked me off then. Spider got up there. Get off. You get off yourself. Die. Alright, so... Yeah, I'm going to do all... 3 corners to set up the quarry, and then set up my quarry station somewhere close by somewhere else. And... yeah, should be okay. Should be okay to get the whole area quarried out. So, yeah, let me just set all this up. It's going to take me a little while, and I've got to fight all these little critters on the way. They do seem a bit harder in here as well. They do seem a bit harder in the deep dark. Is it me, or are they actually tougher critters in the deep dark? I don't know. But I need to heal up a little bit before I start taking the next one. Okay, this is going to take some time. Steady progress. That's what I'm going to make for a few minutes and get the quarry set up and show you what's going on. Okay then. Well, it started. It started. The quarry is on its way. I love the way these things work now. I've run a few of them so far. I'm running tons of them, to be honest. I'm running a few of them so far. And it never ceases to amaze me what it looks like. But in a big open area like this, where everything's dropping down and flying up and dropping down and getting made by throwing stuff out, Buildcraft came such a very, very long way. It looks so awesome these days. Buildcraft is amazing. Yeah, this quarry type is not my final choice. This quarry type is just literally here for the now. That's the point of it. It gets me started. It was cheap. It was simple. Like turtles. Turtles got me to this quarry, and this quarry shall get me to the Ender Quarry. The Ender Quarry is much more server friendly and doesn't mess about quite so much in how you set it up. It's very quick and simple to set up. This quarry, however, does need to get set up very well, and I am happy enough with it just doing the job now. What we've got to do next, however, is go and find out where all the bits are going at base to see if everything's working properly. And I could do with having a land about here, please. Thank you. And setting something up on top of the quarry so I can see what's going on a bit later on when I come here. Let's see. Let's do this. And there we go. Perfection. Alright, so let's have a look at this with a portal gun. Now, I've already got a yellow, so let's do the red. And let's make sure it's well lit for when I come out, so nothing's going to get me. And that should be right over the quarry, so I can see exactly what's going on down there. And see what it's getting. See what it's opening up and sorting out. There's spawners and stuff as well. I don't know if it's actually going to claim the spawners for me, which is an added advantage. I didn't realise that it was going to unearth spawners in these places. I guess the last time I came into the deep dark dungeons like this, I do remember going through a place like this, and it was quite fun and exciting, but I didn't remember spawners necessarily. But I guess that's a kind of matter of fact. It does have spawners. And it's got all sorts of other things like hidden chests and stuff as well. Plenty of things in there for me to get, including all of the stone and stuff that's coming through into my system at the minute. So let us go back. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Well, already you can see that the items are flowing still. That's cool. It's overfilling, and it did get that broken spawner. So that is a spider spawner. Pretty cool. But is this going to be fast enough? Is it going to catch up? Is it going to get stuck? These resonant servos are about the best servo I can get, but the item ducts are not the fastest way of moving items. I just thought it would look cool having the item ducts like that, but if I'm going to get too much of a backlog when I'm running everything, then it's just not practical to use the item ducts. And I may have to use something else like the impulse ducts or something. Even Buildcraft pipes might actually run faster than these guys are running at the minute. I think there's an accelerated version of the duct. Let's have a look. Duct. I think there's an accelerated version I can do, isn't there? Impulse. That was it. And can the impulse be open? Yes, they can. That's a vacuum version. That's an impulse. Okay. So, impulse, fused quartz, impulse, item ducts, opaque, with glass gives us that one. What's the difference? What's the difference? That's a dense, impulse item duct. Impulse item duct, opaque, and then you get the other one. Glowstone fills, items travel more rapidly. Yeah, but is that the problem, that the items aren't travelling rapidly enough? Or is it that the thing is not doing the stack sizes? It's doing 64 at a time. Is it that's the problem? Or is it this that's the problem? Oh, it's getting some cool loot as well. Look, it's already picking up loot from things. That's awesome. It's kind of going to catch up eventually, maybe. It's just popped open a chest by the looks of it. Let's have a look in here. And I expect it's all going to be in here. Yes. It's already filled up this particular chest. And now it's started to fill that one up. What's that? Magical chalk from runic dungeons. Found in ancient temples. Okay, cool. And safari nets and all sorts of cool stuff like that. Let's set this on to go for it. Start spreading the love. What is that? thornium ingots. Okay, some gold ingots and some bits and pieces. So that's kind of working. I've now just got to wait for the diamonds to start flowing through. I've got a few chests that are kind of backlogging. This one could also be sending things away as well. And I can just set this up with a quick transfer node or some kind. But I've just now got to let it run and get some diamonds. And hopefully, I can then start thinking about making an ender quarry. I also want to figure out what is the best way of making this cool effect. I like having the items move, and I like seeing them move. I like seeing it working active factory-like. That's the thing. I've got this silly diamond stuck in my face. I can't see any diamonds, can you? I don't know where the diamonds are. Yeah, I like the idea of being able to see the items. I could move them with impulse ducts, like instantaneous movement, to get them from one section to the next. I could tesseract them and not have to mess about with anything like this. But for the effect, I want to have the visuals. I want to be able to see the items transferring from one side to the next over the doorways. I think that would look cool. That is what I'm doing. That is what I'm planning on doing. And I just need to find the right source now, the right duct. And I'm guessing those impulse ducts are cool enough. They just need a bit of glowstone in them. And again, that's worthy. That's a worthy idea. But that's it for this episode. Thank you all very, very much for watching. I will see you again very soon for some more Hypermine Infinity Evolved. Have a great weekend.